Hello there and welcome to Dean Park Station. This is the November update. I'm just going to take you on a quick tour of what I've been doing in the last month, which has really been contained around this end of Dean Park Station. As you can see, I've got retaining walls on both sides now. This is a heavily adapted ashlar retaining wall kit from the Scale Scenes. I'm quite pleased with it. The card itself has been put onto 9mm ply at the back there, and then obviously it's been fixed to the 9mm ply base, which is in turn on stilts. It's the same height here as it is the other side, but as it comes down here it slopes down to another level. I have kept the brickwork at the same angle all the way along. If you take the Scale Scenes kit as per instructions, this brickwork here will be sloped at the same angle as the capping stones, which is not the case in a lot of the walls I've seen. So I decided to adapt it. It took quite a bit of work actually to cut all that in and get the correct angle. And it continues all the way alongside the platform one there to the end, which I'll go and show you in a minute. So there we have it. It's all been completed. This is not fixed down at the moment because I need to take it away to get weathering track, etc., ballasting over the next few months, hopefully. If I can get on other jobs, I can get onto the ballasting. I've kind of framed the flats excuse me, with the retaining wall as well. The retaining wall continues all the way down there, you know, it's actually a proper, it's not just blank card. And I've put some modern touches there, a bit of graffiti. I'm not going to go overboard with the graffiti because, you know, I don't want to make it look like a ghetto. And as we go along there, the retaining wall kind of becomes less complete there because I'm waiting on finishing the platform, which was where that bit of wood is just now. That platform will be sitting next to the main line just to keep the roof horizontal. That's the main purpose of it. I'll turn the camera around here, you'll see the rest of the retaining wall, and it kind of boxes in the station quite nicely actually. That's quite Waverley-ish, if you know, if you've ever been up to them or Waverley. There are a lot of parts in that, you know, building things by card. I appreciate everyone has their own methods and whatnot, but think of the amount of hours you've spent just gluing the card to the paper and then cutting it and then, you know, cutting it to fit and then fixing it all together. I mean, I've spent a few hours and I don't really want it to be destroyed, which is what happened to my railway station building. Now, the spray mount that I've been using holds up very well in the damp conditions so far, touch wood, but the Pritt stick I've used for, you know, the smaller parts like the capping areas, the plinth and the buttresses, it goes softer when it's very cold. Doesn't, you know, the model doesn't fall apart, but it becomes noticeably softer. And see, if I took it downstairs and left it for 20 minutes in the heated house, it would harden up again. It's quite extraordinary. To that event, I'm going to maybe put tin foil, stuff you get at B&Q, liner on the roof, you know, just partially the way down so it disappears behind the back there, just so if I do have any heat generated, it comes down, you know, it keeps me cozier as well as a layout because the fluctuations in temperature are quite severe, and it also keeps some of the extreme heat out in the summer. Go along here and I'll just show you the end of the retaining wall, what I've managed to do. There you go, I've finished it off. I'm quite pleased with it actually. Your thoughts and opinions on what you think of it, and please, I appreciate your feedback. There'll be a security fence with a gate in it there to stop people, you know, wandering onto the platform number 1 track. And I don't know what I'm putting here yet. It might just be a dozer kind of builder's railway waste type stuff next to the kind of parcel depot. That's not been decided. As there's a lot of things in this layout, it just kind of, you know, it's in my head but it doesn't materialise very quickly. I've painted the baseboard under the retaining wall, and I'll show you better here actually, right under, and it goes all the way along the end there, mainly for reasons of, again, temperature. Some of the wood has shown signs of little black flecks of, well, damp really. It's not damp at the side, it's very cold, and still air tends to cause black flecks to appear. I'd sanded them away but 2 or 3 had come back. I thought, you know what, I'll just seal it. The underside's been sealed with varnish. That was done last year actually, because of the same kind of thing. But you know, you're always fighting against the elements when you've got an attic or a shed or a garage layout. You know, you're always going to have that fluctuation in temperature. But hopefully by putting the, you know, the therma padding in between the rafters, okay, we're not here for aesthetics, it's for purpose, and I'm going to hopefully save myself a bit of fluctuation in temperature and preserve the life of these card buildings longer. I know they're not built to last forever, but until my skills improve on weathering plastic card and whatnot, and you know, it's quite a good job. I think it looks quite realistic actually. It comes pre-weathered, and it's just basically cut, paste, stick, cut, measure, paste, stick. You know, it's quite versatile using card. I wish I had enough money to have a room this size in my house, fully heated, but I've not won the lottery as yet, so the attic it is. And I have to say, I'm not complaining. So there we have it. Any questions, queries, suggestions, I am always open to listen to people who are more experienced than I, and what they want to do, what they feel that they need in their layout and stuff. A couple of bits of movement here. Yeah, I'm really really up for any suggestions or comments. I'll do a quick running session with some of the locals that are sitting here just now in my next video. Hope you enjoyed what you've seen so far. Cheers now.